Divinitas salutaras, vativas libertas.
Hello everybody and welcome back once again to Let's Play Rome Remastered. Yes, with the Carthaginians, led by the aged and under attack Hanno. Yes, indeed. Still fighting fit at 74, so much so that he's brazenly left himself exposed with some peasants in town. What say to the Numidians? Come on! Have a go if you think you're hard enough. And they have. So we'll see how that pans out. In this session, probably. So I'm just going to do a quick whistle-stop tour of the things that I've done off-camera, where we currently are with the situation across the land, and then we're going to dive into the meat and bones of today's session, which is probably going to involve 3 battles. Oh, could be the most action-packed one yet, folks. Could be the most action-packed one yet. Right then, so going from west to east, as is now customary, we start in Corduba, of course, headed up by Theopanus, the blunderer. The blunderer's Tingy. He's come back home to Corduba, where he now presides over a pretty decent garrison. A couple more units of Iberian infantry to replace these town watch, and then he's done. He's happy with his lot in life. He's happy. He can recruit horses. He can retrain horses. We'll probably get one more unit of horses as well. And then he's got a settlement and a force capable of repelling the Spanish should they get a little bit frisky. So that's that, but for the time being, a port is necessary to help with the benefits of trade and to ship some of this lucrative gold further afield and improve our lot in life, because we need money. Who doesn't need money? Who doesn't need more money? So that's Cordoba, pretty self-sufficient, and everything is as it needs to be. Here in Tingi, we are building a temple of Melkar because we want the extra trade bonus. It's got a port, trade bonus would be good. All now with a kind of a viewpoint of increasing as much of our income as we possibly can. So that's Tingi sorted. Here in Cirta, of course, we are now beginning to recruit the horses for our, essentially, our kind of faction-wide army that we're going to be using as the most advanced army we can possibly muster, and use that to attack the Romans with. Maybe even to attack somebody else, depending on what happens. But for the time being, we were focusing it on attacking the Scipii. But by the time this is finished, the Scipii, if all goes to plan, might be well and truly beaten anyway. So we'll see what happens. But with that standing army that we're creating, we've got the ability to send it to wherever we need it most. So that's going to be beneficial. So round shield cav, and also finishing off the blacksmith to get the units in here, in best equipment that we possibly can. Down here in Demidi, yes, we have a bit of a pickle. We have a ragtag band of men being attacked by a lone group of soldiers of unknown unit type. They must think they've got a good chance because they've attacked it. So it's going to be interesting. The Balearic slingers here from behind the walls, lobbing into whatever this unit is, could be the key to victory. And our 21 soldiers of horses here could also be key if we use them to flank the enemy by taking them out of the city and into the backs of this unit, with the peasants looking on like imbeciles. It's going to be an interesting one. Even if we do lose it, of course, we'll come back when we've taken Nepta, which we will do in the next turn. With good old Hasdrubal, the blunderer of Cirta. 2 blunderers. Right, so that's that situation sorted. Now we move over to the eastern fringes, which is where the action is really kicking off. So we've got Carthage. Now we are recruiting the councillors' chambers because we want to get those war elephants as quickly as possible. So we're going to beeline towards that. So getting that, and that's going to help with the squalor situation, and of course recruiting the long shield cav for the standing army that we're creating. Also down here in Thapsus, the governor, Bruce, has left with some Libyan mercenaries because he's hot-footing it down to Lepsis Magna to try and rescue his father after word on the grapevine has reached his ears that he's under attack. So Thapsus is left just ticking over, quite nicely here, finishing off the roads, the paved roads, and now beginning to recruit some more ships because we need some decent fleets to patrol the waters to repel any Roman ships that may be sailing around and wanting to land their troops on our shores. So that's what Thapsus is doing. Of course, we know that Lepsis Magna, Hanno, with his peasants and town watch, is under attack by a semi-decent force. This is quite frightening, really. In the last session, I didn't realise where he got these 3 units from. I thought perhaps he recruited mercenaries, but when I watched the end turn, 3 units of Numidians joined him. So the mercs should be available here. So if Burus can land here, he can recruit mercenaries and then attack in the rear, and hopefully that will be enough. We just have to hope that they don't attack in the next turn. We really just need to just be so foolish as to just wait one more turn, please. And then over here on the melting pot that is Sicily, of course, we have Lilybaeum under the watchful eye of Theages the Furious. Yes, he's an angry man, and also now financially irregular as well. So Theages the Furious is watching over Lilybaeum with kind of a ragtag band at the moment. We are recruiting paved roads here because if we do capture the entirety of the island, let's have a nice road network to ship things around in a clockwise manner, hopefully, because we like clockwise. So that's Lilybaeum, and of course, where it's all just literally kicked off is right here in Messana, where we ousted the Romans. We are now currently in the process of retraining. However, we're not going to retrain. We're not going to retrain at all, in fact. We're going to leave these units that need retraining, and instead we're going to take to the field of battle. Because if we wait another turn, these guys will probably hole up in here, making this place a hell of a lot more tricky to take. So we need to eliminate this Roman army right now before they have a chance to move behind walls, and we can do that. We have enough movement points to do that. So the opening gambit of this session is to go straight to the battlefield with the Romans to eliminate that army, and then we will have a nice turn to replenish here before we then come down to take Syracuse with our full stack, which should be fairly straightforward even with the stone walls. So without further ado, I've talked for long enough, let's do just that. So let's take out the entire army, leave behind those that are a little bit buggered, which is mainly those 2 and you, and the rest of you guys, I want you to smash these Roman dogs into the dirt, if you don't mind. Quick save it, and let's go. Hopefully we will be able to retreat. Now the balance of power bar is rather... Victory is a distinct possibility. I'd say it's probably a little bit more than a distinct possibility, being biased and all. I'd say it's a decent possibility. Given that we beat a Roman army that was stronger than that with forces that are weaker than what we've got now. I mean, if we were to blunder this, then this would be Bizaltes. Is it Bizaltes? I think it's Bizaltes, the future potential ruler.
Before the sun sinks in the west, this
I don't like the Carthaginian thingamabobsies. What do you call them? Speeches. Yes, if he was to blunder, Bizaltes, well, his chance to become leader would possibly be, scattered to the winds. Right, we've got some Numidian mercs, we've got some long shield cav. So that's some good, semi-decent horses here. We've got the general, of course. We've got the elephants and some Numidian mercs here. So we've kind of. What are these guys? Libyan mercs. These guys are expendable, and are going to use to soak up any potential peeler thingy-mabobsies, barrages. Just kind of harass the Romans, maybe get them to commit to something. I'm going to group up the infantry here. I don't like how it's spread out. We're going to kind of make them a little bit less thinly spread if we can. I don't think the Roman line's going to be too wide here. Bring everybody in a touch. Okay, that's fine. Our elephants are going to be key to rampaging through the Romans' lines. Put them a little bit out wider. Put you here, General, just kind of chilling in the situation here. Okay, I like that. That works for me. Of course, the issue I have is that I'm not the best when it comes to, of course, controlling the battle, the war dogs. So we've got Hastati, and we've got Principe as well, haven't we? Yeah, so the key to this is equity, obviously. The key to this, well, where the equity is, what I'm going to do is just strengthen on that side. General bodyguard and elephants, to be fair, will make a mincemeat of the equity, so they will be gone. This is the main threat of the Roman army, in addition to their infantry. Let's just tentatively, very tentatively, move this army up. Just thinking how it's best to lose the least amount, really, to be fair. Right, let's just roll forward a touch. Just get into range. As soon as we start peppering with our guys, the general will probably come, to be honest with you. This is where things get a bit frisky, because the skirmishing of these troops has never been great. And they are fighting downhill. Now, normally we would probably just try and maybe maneuver ourselves somewhere over here to negate the hill advantage as much as possible. Given the numbers that we've got, I don't think it's really too much of an issue. Alright, let's move these guys forward. Let's get them into range. Oh, no, 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 no! Okay. Things have just all of a sudden happened rather quickly. Right. Right, we've got them kind of in. Oh shoot. This is not going well. This is not going well, folks. This is not going well at all. Is the enemy general dead? These are my units. I don't know what's going on here. Are they running? You know what's happening here, folks? And somebody mentioned this in the last session, is that
The gods smile upon you today.
okay.
The enemy general has been killed and his men lose heart.
This is ridiculous. Where's my horses? Okay, that's fine. It's because the battle banners aren't on. Because the battle banners aren't on, it's making it very difficult for me to see which units are mine, and I forgot to turn them on, so I'm going to do it now, in fact. God, that was horrendous. Absolutely horrendous. Where's the banners? I don't know. Audio set, view controls, gameplay settings. There's banners. I'll have to figure out how to get them on. I was struggling to see which ones are my units here. This was a terrible battle. I must admit. I don't think we've lost a great deal because the Romans have pretty much just withdrawn their troops. Which is a crying shame, really.
Mercenaries! Attack! General! Attack!
Oh, they're making it over the line. Oh, for God's sake.
General! Move! General! Orders completed, Tresmo!
There we go. That should deal with them.
The enemy flee! Chase them from the field and give them no rest or pity!
Right, well, that was a strange battle, shall we say.
Victory lies in your grasp, and there is nothing the enemy
I need to
can
put the banners
do
on.
but run.
Okay, so it was like for like. We lost Iberian infantry. Libyan mercenaries is fine. Long shield cavalry we can replace. We can't replace those. It's the round shields that we can replace, right? So I think we've lost them. It's only 50. That's not horrendous. 3 generals bodyguards. So I mean, most of our losses are not that bad, not horrendous. Can be replaced or are expendable. So it's not too bad. But I just felt like I wasn't in control of that at all. Jesus. They still have ragtag band, and they can retrain those, right? So although they did lose their family members, so it's not all lost. That could have gone far better than it did, but it could have gone worse, I suppose, if you want to look at things like that. Now the question is, do we just march straight on here before they have a chance to retrain, replenish? I can tell you for certain that the auto-resolve is not going to be friendly to this at all. It's going to be 50-50. If the battle in open warfare was 50-50, them holed up in their wall is going to be 50-50. So, it makes no sense to just march straight on. We're a bit battered, so we will return. We have the Scipii licking their wounds. We will now replenish and retrain even further. Another unit of horses might be necessary, given that we've just lost some. 58 long shield cavalry. It's fine. It's fine. It's not the end of the world. So yes, so that's a nice little start to the session. Some more dishing out a bit more pain to the Scipii. I mean, it's always goes down well if you ask me. We do have a merchant. We were considering shipping down to Egypt on a boat. Which I think, are we recruiting a boat here, or were we going to rely on this boat coming back? I can't remember. Or was it this boat? Oh, that's one an enemy boat. Anyway, we're done. We're done. Let's go. Let's see what happens. Well, given the start to my battling, I need to be absolutely faultless when it comes to Numidians and Leptis Magna, because we're the underdogs in those fights, so can't afford to be cocking up. Oh, the Numidians are sending some troops west. But the Numidians are not attacking. Right, I've got an achievement. The sun never sets. No clue what that means. But maybe that's something to do with maybe a general reaching the age of 75. If I was to have a guess. Because he's probably reached it. Oh no, he's 74. Okay, perhaps not. Right, settlement besieged. Numidians and Leptis Magna. That's fine. We know that. We've seen that. We are the largest faction! Or maybe that's the achievement. Okay. Bisaltes gets a shield bearer after his conquest of the Romans, and Theodecalus gets a desert scout. Interesting. Well, we can shift our thingies about, our followers, if we wished to do so, but at the moment we'll just sort of sit pretty for now. Okay, so we're getting 3,893 per turn, which is not necessarily a massive amount. Yeah, this is a trireme. They've got triremes now, so just a little bit
Aye, great lord.
of care is required. I'm going to merge just to protect for now. Just to protect.
Ships ready.
Okay, so we've got
Ships ready.
a slightly larger fleet. I would prefer to have them spread out a bit, but for the time
Aye,
being,
great lord.
protection is better, given that there's a couple of decent Roman fleets just patrolling about. Okay, so where to next? They haven't replenished and they haven't retrained. So what I'm going to do, actually, I'm just going to take a look at the old faction map because I want to see the demise of the Scipii before my very eyes. Look at that! Oh, isn't that marvelous? Look at them, just faltering slightly. So if you look at their territorial ranking, how many territories have got left? They've got 2 left. They've got 2 left. So they've got Messana and they've got their... Is it Capua? I forget the name of it, but they've got a settlement here. Their homeland. So... we have retrained, right? We have retrained. We have replenished. We did execute these people to help to keep the peace. And even with that execution, we're still 101% public order with a full garrison. Making it very difficult for us to actually remove ourselves here with this place being kept in order. But it has to happen. But anyway, we'll worry about that probably another time, because right now, right this instant, there's bigger fish to fry. Now who's in here? Where's our spy?
I serve your will.
See if we can open the gates.
Stealth is my cloak.
Okay, that's good, that's good. So we've got a spy in there just in case they want to open the gates. We'll get to that at the end of the session. We don't have a lot of cash here. Spying mission success, that's good. So we're going to now turn our attentions to the 2 besiegings here. So we can't recruit units whilst we're under siege, which is understandable. And I really don't want to sally, to be quite honest with you, because it will negate our advantage of the walls and stuff. So we won't do that. We'll keep going, and in the meantime, instead, what we will do is we will sweep in here, and we shall take Nepta. And of course, the auto-resolve here is far more in our favour, so we'll leave this to the auto-resolve. They killed 102 of our soldiers, which were Numidian mercs and a few battle rates. This is the only thing about the auto-resolve that really bugs me, is that our awesome slingers tend to get the brunt of the damage. We're going to occupy, which basically gives us hopefully a bit of a boost to our income. In the meantime, what I'm going to do is I'm going to now send my spy up this way. So I wanted to make sure that there are no more Numidian armies just lurking where we can't see them. So that's that sorted. So given that there's not, that we can see so far, we can now make our plans. Now the first thing I'm going to try, I don't think they're going to be up for it, because they're going to probably think that they've got the upper hand right now. Oh, we've got 2 of their settlements under siege. Oh, but we've got them down to their last settlement. Are they going to accept a peace? I'm not even bothered about protectorate.
Quick. Our patience is limited.
Very demanding. But we're not going to pay him compensation, so forget about that. Very demanding. Very demanding for a bribe. Why not try, eh?
You insult us.
Of course we do. What else do you expect us to do other than insult you fools? Okay, let's deal with Nepta. What we're going to do here, this place is in need probably of a few little bits and bobs. It's got a temple already. Farming would be useful, land clearance. Defences, wooden palisade. Let's get the basics sorted, shall we? So, do we wish to now do a U-turn? There's not enough people in the settlement. The settlement is bare bones, my friends. It is bare bones.
Orders?
Do we wish to... So if we were to just keep... I mean, this Hasdrubal is going to have to return. He can't be left here. The heart of the desert. So he's going to have to go somewhere, and I prefer him to go to Cirta, to a kind of central area of our empire, where he can then decide whether or not where he wants to go. In fact, he might even take command of the army that we're recruiting here. So for him to go back to Numidi and then back up to Cirta would be a good idea. But to be fair, do we just sally and get this dealt with? Because if these guys can deal with this, he doesn't have to go there. He can just go straight north and doesn't have to mess about. And then if they do lose it, then he can just come back and then just divert a little bit. So do you know what? This situation's not going to improve any further because we can't recruit anything here. So we're going to do it. We're going to try it. We're going to try it.
Orders? Prepare for battle.
We lose the benefits of the walls, which is a pain, but we've got horses to flank. We've got some battering slingers. This is Numidian javelinmen. We can outrange these people. Oh, this is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. They're really scraping the barrel. Okay, there we go. Are they withdrawing? They're probably trying to get a hill advantage. They're trying to get a hill advantage, aren't they? Of course they are. Or are they? No, they are, aren't they? Well, they can get screwed if they think we're going to give them a hill advantage. They can think again. They can think again. Okay, we've taken care of a few. Taken care of a few. Put them in loose formation. Just move them out of range because they've got a much better range, so there's no reason for them to be in range. Keep in the range of our towers as well, just in case. Nice bit of attacking here. Run, run, loose formation, peasants, run here. Run, please. What are they doing? Oh, for heaven's sake. There we go. This is going exactly as we hoped it would. Oh, you can stop now. Okay, let's move a bit closer. This is hardly the height of the excited battles, but it's a needs-must kind of battle, really. You know, just gotta use what we've got. as best we can to achieve what we need to achieve. And you shall not have our Demidi, you greedy suckers. $74. And these guys have got such a large amount of ammunition, they can do this all night. And indeed, we probably will do this all night. That's a bit up a touch, I suppose. This is just a... This is just a pepper job. Really? Come on, just withdraw, my friends. You know it makes sense.
Mercenary! Hurry! Orders completed, Great Lord.
Winded.
Quickly!
40 men left. Could probably take him in hand-to-hand combat with the peasants at this point. Go, peasants! Now's your time to shine!
The enemy!
Go! Go, peasants! Kill! Who set the peasants on them? Oh, we're killing them with our own men. What are you doing now? With our own rocks? Sorry, peasants. Why aren't you chasing them? Exactly. Come on, help the peasants out. Go! Oh, there we go. There we go. Demidi,
lies in your grasp.
Demidi is
There's
ours.
nothing the enemy can do but run.
I saw like loads of little sparkly little stars on the units, which I'm assuming is the level up that they've got. They gained experience. No casualties from the Balearic slingers. 35 peasant casualties, most of which were probably self-inflicted. With Balearic slinger rocks. They got a bit overzealous. Okay, so that was a fairly straightforward affair. No need for old Hasdrubal to worry himself here. Demidi is self-sufficient. Demidi is ours, and we will go financial build policy as is customary. There we go. So it has a bit of a... It's got some peasants. We're just about to get some town watch. We've got some very, very small amount of horses, and the barrack slingers, even 66 of them can prove to be deadly, so we'll keep them there, and this should be Demidi pretty much sorted, which answers my question, which is, where do we take Hasdrubal next? Well, I'll tell you, we're going to take him back to Cirta. So we should keep them in there. We should keep... probably one unit of infantry for now, so we'll keep the best unit that we can, which is the experienced unit. So let's take these guys out, leave you behind, take the rest. Okay, well, that worked, didn't it? Yeah, go there. Oh, he's out of movement points. Jesus. Okay, so next turn we take them out, we take them home, and we have got what we need to get here. Does that improve our income now that we've relieved that siege? Who knows? But anyway, now it's time for Ding Ding round 2 of our little
Aye, my lord.
repelling of the Numidian threat.
Orders.
Now we could. No, we can't. I was going to say we could get some, some more mercenaries, but we can't, so we will just have to attack instead.
Prepare for battle.
50-50. Numidians cavalry, Numidian javelin men. We've got some Numidian Libyan mercenaries, and we've got peasants and town watch. And he's got 77 men. This isn't going to be. This isn't going to be pretty. I can quite assure you, this is not going to be pretty at all. In fact. What we might be better doing is actually letting them attack us. But hey, we're here now.
This will be. Await my orders.
Now the enemy will know fear. Reinforcements have come, and your strength grows once more.
Give me... Aha! Here they come. They all come. They all come to me.
Units, units, double, move, move. Orders completed, great lord. Run! Orders completed, great lord.
Right, what have they got? They've got Numidian Javs coming in.
Units, units, loose formation. Mercenary, wipe them out. General, with all haste. Libyan mercenaries.
Okay, it's all about manoeuvring this one. It's all about the manoeuvrability. Just got to get the engagement right. Numidian Cav ambling up. General's bodyguard. Numidian Jav. General's bodyguard. Numidian Javs just coming a little bit closer. Okay, okay. Numidian Jav 160. I want to bait these guys so we can kind of maybe eliminate them with him and then get him out again. They are coming. Just keep them baited. Keep them baited. Loose formation. That's tight, isn't it? Yeah, loose formation. Yeah, keep coming. Keep coming. Keep coming. Keep coming. Keep coming. Go. 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 Quickly, please. That is like the worst charge I've ever seen. That was like the worst charge known to man. They go right for the centre, don't they? Oh, come back, come back, come back, come back, come back. It's a very cautious approach. It shouldn't surprise us because Hanno has been a fairly cautious leader, hasn't he? He's been a cautious leader and cautious in combat. Right, let's keep moving. Numidian Cav. Trouble is, this line is not going to hold very long at all. This line will not hold very long. So, if you want to do a hammer and anvil style, we don't have a lot of time to make it work. Where's he going? Go. Wow. Wow. Wow.
General, quickly.
Shit. Oh boy, Burrus is in trouble, man. Oh no, this is not what was supposed to happen.
Your general has sacrificed himself.
For fuck's sake.
Will this bring victory? Or cause your men to turn and run?
Well, we should win this fight at least. Oh no, we've lost Burrus. Jesus.
Attack
Yeah, we've easily won this one. Come on. The enemy general is dead. But at what cost? At what bloody cost?
The enemy general has been killed and his men lose hard.
What are these peasants doing? Well, it looks like Cold Hanno is going to be the one that wins this fight for us.
As enemies, these men are
Oh no!
running from the battle in
Hanno is still alive, but Bruce lies slain on the battlefield. And Hanno going to search for his son's body here.
Victory is yours, and no one can
Oh.
argue that it is not both.
Oh God. A decisive move was made by the enemy general. I was trying to kite him away so that we could use Hanno to clear up the main army. And instead what I ended up doing was isolating him. Oh, that's painful. Heroic death. It is kind of heroic. He came to his father's rescue. But yeah. Jesus.
Sire,
What did Hanno say before this battle? I am the expendable one. I am the elderly man. I am 74. Bruce, you are not dying here today. Bruce is dying here. Bruce is dead. Oh. He died an honourable death trying to save his father. 50. He had so many years to give if he lived to his father's age. He may have died in 2 years' time of a heart attack. You never know, do you? We are never going to know. So it's better to die in combat than to die in, behind walls like a sloth. But yeah, that is painful. That is painful. I will say that much. Right. Okay. So I almost feel like that we should end the session there, to be honest with you. On that bombshell. On that bombshell, we shall end the session. It's been a session of I'd say of mixed fortunes. I'm struggling to think of any good fortunes that's come out of this session, really. We did repel the Romans, but that battle didn't go according to plan, really. But it wasn't too bad. We now sit here with a settlement that's hard to placate, and it's hard to placate, but we need the entirety of this army to actually get out here and take down Syracuse, so we might have to risk it for a biscuit and leave it on a red face for a turn whilst we take Syracuse. So that's I'd feel much better about my lot if we were to achieve a victory in Syracuse and take the whole of Sicily. That would ease my pain, although I'm sure Hanno is probably not best impressed at losing a son. What's the saying about in war fathers bury their sons? Yeah, well, it's happened here, hasn't it? In peace, sons bury their fathers. In war, fathers bury their sons. So off camera again, I'll see what money we've got and prioritise spreading it out across the land in terms of buildings, in terms of recruitment, as is usually the case. Hasdrubal is going to return north to Cirta with some of his force. The most important thing is we're going to get a couple of Balearic slingers to use in this force, because he's coming back with them, so that'd be kind of cool. And of course we've got everything repelled and sorted here, which means, yeah, in the next session we'll start things off with our dismantling of the Scipii, hopefully, as quickly as possible, taking them down at Syracuse, and then the plan is not to capture Capua, but literally to capture it, of course, to eliminate them. But once we've captured it, having that land in the middle of the heart of the Roman Empire is really not going to do us much good. So we're going to actually just execute and destroy every building, tear it down, essentially sack it, and then just leave it to whoever comes next. So that's the plan. But yeah, let me know what you think. Let me know if you've got any sort of ideas regarding public order and stuff. And yeah, let's say a few words about Bruce. Incompetence? Well, if we can still see his stats now that he's dead, I don't think we can, but I do recall his stats, and the reason why, yeah, we can't see his stats, he's dead. Yeah, no, we can. Yeah, look at that. The reason why he was always a governor for his entire existence was because he wasn't combat savvy. And he kind of proved it, didn't he? He kind of proved it. So, God bless him. He tried to save his father. He died an honourable death. We'll say a few words, we'll say a few prayers, and we'll have a minute's silence. Why not, eh? But until next time, see you soon.